Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is yet another installment of the Married Man Side Heffa Saga. Let me tell y'all what happened today. Okay, I really did not think I was gonna have nothing to talk about no more until maybe my last day of work. But hopefully today will be the last day that I will have something to discuss before then. So the OG married dude called out. He is very integral in what we do in my department. My department, not the side helpers department. Now, I think his schedule is Monday through Friday, but because of the way things have been going lately, it's still considered to be the holidays. Everybody is not necessarily back, and some people are on vacation still. They've assigned him to work. So he was supposed to come in this morning. He didn't come in at all. The following shift had people come in. All those people showed up. One of the married dudes, another like I told y'all before, almost everybody is married, child. So I don't know if I updated y'all or not, but the other dude who does pretty much the same thing that the OG married dude does. Anytime he see me, he talks to me, he sets it off, and he was like really here for my friend, but he was really here for me before he knew of her existence. But my friend don't work there no more, and so like he always keep the same energy with me, but I could tell he really wanted my friend. But my friend is not here for older dudes. But for him to be older, he is fine. This dude, he got to be like 50 something. But he look real good. Look real good. But anyway, so I don't know if I updated y'all or not, but he is and or was married. He had a terminally ill wife. His wife had a terminal illness and she passed away some months back or whatever. So, I don't know if it was something that he had some time to prepare for, but I think that somebody told me that he took off for a little while, I guess, for the funeral arrangements, and then he came back. But, he has never in life ever said out of his mouth, well, I'm married and this is my situation and whatever, whatever. Like at least one of the married men have, done. And I'm like, well, dang, you could at least said that. So I would know, because when I found out, I felt blindsided because the person who was talking to me, they kept swearing that I must be doing something to these men. And I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. And they was like, yo, I know you like this person and I know you like that person. I'm like, I really don't. Like, and then I mentioned this person to say how fine he is or whatever. And then he mentioned the fact that this man was married, and I'm looking like, what? So yeah, I don't understand why people don't tell you the situation. Like, tell me the situation. I don't like being blindsided and looking crazy. So let me know what it is. But technically, this man is, now single or whatever. And I'm still not open to nothing. I'm still not in a relationship. I'm still not dating. I'm still not looking for anything at all because people stay trying me. So I'd rather be alone and know that I'm not being tried than to get with somebody and then be tried as usual. So anyway, the dude whose wife passed away a couple of months ago, I knew he was coming. So whenever he's supposed to come. He know he come. Excuse me. He knows that he's supposed to come, so he shows up. So I saw his name on the schedule. I knew he was there, and he saw me yesterday. Well, what was the last time I worked? He saw me Friday. And then he saw me today and he spoke. He spoke both days. Anytime he see me, he make a point to speak. Only time he didn't speak to me was one time when he saw somebody that he thought was a threat. And so he didn't speak. He just looked. And I was like, that's interesting. That was literally the only time that man never speak to me. I was like, oh. Whoa, wait a minute. So, yeah. Anyway, so OG married dude that called out today, as soon as I went into work and clocked in, it started raining. Like, it rained so bad. Y'all, yesterday, the electricity went out. So, I couldn't really do nothing that I wanted to do because I rested the first half of the day. So, then when I was going to get up and do something, the power went out. So, I was like, okay, let me go somewhere and sit down. Let me continue to relax and do what I need to do so I could be prepared for work tomorrow. because I was off for the first. So yeah. I was just like, wow. Anytime I really plan to do something, sometimes it's just like, oh, well, you ain't gonna do it today. Anyway, y'all. So side heifer works Monday through Friday. That's our normal schedule. OG married dude's normal schedule is Monday through Friday, but he knows that he is supposed to pretty much work every weekend unless somebody volunteers or he lucks up and a situation happens where somebody is available, which almost never happens. But he usually works every weekend. So I'm like, why are you not here? Like, you done did the most. And it's stupid because today would have been that day that had he came to work, he would have got a free check. But he sat up there and called out, and I'm like, you're dumb. Tell me why this dude came to me today, and he said something, and I said, well, you know he called out. He was like, who? I was like, the OG Mary dude. And so he was like, what you mean? I was like, he called out. And I showed him the schedule because I take a picture of the schedule every day so that nobody tries me after I've gotten to work and I've clocked in and I know where I'm supposed to be. And then they try to be like, oh, you're supposed to be over here. I'm like, no, I'm not. Don't even try it. Don't even try it. And I know who's supposed to be where. Don't try it. Like, I've had some things that happen before, and it's like, because you changed it after everybody already came in. Don't try to make it seem like I'm crazy. But anyway, so, he was like, man, she be buying him lunch and that he be going to hotel rooms with her. I was like, okay, wait a minute. The hotel part don't sound right. That don't make no sense. Why would they sit up and pay for a hotel room when, like, doesn't she have her own place? Like, he was like, I don't think she got her own place. I think she stayed with her mama and them. I was like, no, she got a 10 or 11-year-old child. Like, why would she not have her own place? This guy's convinced that she stays with other people, so they have to pay for lodging if they're going to screw, and it not be a situation where they will possibly get caught somewhere unless they have friends that allow them to just screw somewhere, which I'm pretty sure is not the case. I already told y'all Friday they left early to go screw. Come to find out, the married dude that is supposed to be getting divorced he just told me this today. He said, I saw them. And he said that he called out to old boy. He turned around. He was like, I know where you're going. And so he said he did him like this because she was like right there. And he does not talk to her at all. That's the crazy thing. Like, he does not talk to her. Like, no, he meant that. He told me ever since that time that she made up that lie, trying to make it seem like everybody was just so against this person. And it's just all to stir up drama. He was like, nope, I ain't got no affiliation. Ain't no hey, bye, nothing. I don't care. We work together. I was like, well, it is what it is. He talks to him. He'll talk to everybody but her. I'd be dying laughing. I'm like, oh, that's so sad. But it is what it is. So the married dude who is supposed to be getting divorced, which I don't believe it. So he came up there to the area today. We wasn't doing nothing. When I tell you, like I said, if OG married dude had came to work, he would have did nothing all day and got a good, nice check for it. But he wanted to be done. He would have got a good, nice overtime check for this. But he wanted to be dumb. Like, I don't understand. When they don't show up, that's when they would have had a cake day. It would have been a cake check, all of that. They just be so stupid. Anyway, y'all, so the married dude came upstairs, and so he saw me, and he was trying to walk straight over to me and start talking to me and possibly get a hug, but the person who they paired him with today, she kept asking him questions and all this other stuff. He was annoyed. I kept looking at him, and he kept looking at me like he was rolling his eyes and everything. It was bad. So then he came up to me because it was like, dang, you ain't gonna move? Because she walked up to me and everything. I'm like, Lord, he trying to talk to me and you in the way. So after she finally went on by her business a little bit because she was still trying to be nosy, he was like, what y'all got going on? So I told him, I gave him an update on what was going on. And then, like, the cousin to the side heifer was there too, or whatever. So everybody was like right there. And so they could overhear my conversation with the married dude. So he talking to me and he was like, "Oh, I meant to tell you that old girl came up to me and she said, I noticed that she been losing weight, but I ain't say nothing to her about it because you know some people act funny when it comes to stuff like that." And so he said he had to tell her that I'm not like that because I'm not. Apparently, y'all, I've been losing weight, and this is one of these instances where if I don't see the numbers on the scale, then I'm not knowing that it's happening. So apparently, I'm losing weight again. I mean, yeah, okay, I don't never pay attention to it for real until I can tell in my clothes. So I don't know what they talking about. But apparently I'm losing weight. Then like another person came up to him and said the same thing. And it's like, cause they know I'm cool with him. So they came to him and said something about it. And he was like, yeah, I mean, I noticed too, but I ain't say nothing to her about it because she and I already had this conversation before. And she do stuff that she basically ain't got no choice but to lose weight, even though she ain't even trying. So it just is what it is. So you know, now they know that, you know, you can come, I'm the type of person, you can come to me and talk to me about anything. It is not that deep. It is never going to be that deep to where I'm going to be like, how dare you? How dare you? Like, honey, I'm fat. I've been fat for most of my life. It is not that deep. I know I'm losing weight sometimes. Sometimes I know it. Other times I'm very oblivious to it. Like right now, I was like, I'm losing weight. I was like, oh, I was losing it a while back. They was like, nah, you losing weight. Now like other random people jumped into the conversation and everything. Like, nah, you're losing it like right now. I was like, okay, go off though, I guess, if y'all say so, but I don't see it, but whatever. So we were talking, and so then they finally like went on about their business a little bit. So we was talking, and I make a point to say little things to him. Y'all made him mad. Okay, so he said something. I was talking to him about something, and so something had popped off between him and the dude he was partnered up with not yesterday. Partnered up with Friday. So he telling me about that. So while we was in the middle of a conversation, this girl walked by and I guess she motioned something to him that he was supposed to know what it was or whatever. I wasn't paying attention because if you ain't talking to me, I don't care what you're doing. So, you know, he, you know, kind of spoke to her and went on by her business or whatever. And he was still talking to me. So then he broke the conversation and was like, man, I think she want to F me. And so I was like, I mean, I know that already. I've been trying to tell you that, but you don't never want to pay attention to me. I told you as soon as you came to this shift, you might need to go ahead and holler at her. I've noticed that, like, when he first went to that shift, that she had moments where she would kind of try to figure out what we talking about. Like, she could be all the way on the whole other side of the room and be like, all right, what they doing over there? Like, she'll just be posted up, just looking straight at us. And I'm like, so many other things going on in this room, but you focused on us. I already knew. Like, I ain't know if it was hating. I ain't know what it was, but I grew to feel like it was because she wanted a piece. And I'm like, do what you do because it's not mine. It ain't my man, honey. I don't want it. It ain't mine. He ain't produced no type of documentation that he know is needed for me to go out on a date or anything with him. So, I mean, it is what it is. Have at it, honey. Do what you do. So he was like, you know, I already told you I don't want no parts of her. I told you she young-minded, whatever. And like, she kind of like up his alley. So I be looking like, I mean, look-wise, she kind of like up his alley because she's a very beautiful woman. And she got some size on her or whatever. And, you know, all of that. So I was like, but you keep on talking like you don't want to go ahead and do that. He over here talking about he been making love to his hand for he don't know how long and all this other stuff. And that he waiting on me. I was like, you ain't waiting on me. You are not waiting on me, sir. No, you're not. You already know what I'm waiting for. Where the divorce decree at, though? Don't act like you don't know what it is. Do not act like you don't know what it is. So he got upset because I told him, I said, go on ahead and get you a piece of that. And when you do, make sure you tell me how it went. Oh my gosh. You would have thought I spat in this man's face. That's how mad he was at. He was so mad at me after I said that. All because I didn't say, it's going to be me. Let it be me. Let it be me. Let me be the dessert. Let me be the one. Like, you really would have thought I spat in this man's face. He was so disgusted. He was so disgusted. He was so upset. And I started laughing. And remember I told y'all the other day that I had like did him like this. I like kind of like gave him a hug like this. I was like, oh. I was like, come on, come on. I think it's time for me to give you a hug like I gave you the other day. He was like, nope. He saw it coming from a mile away. He was so mad. And I'm dying laughing, right? And he was just like, no, that ain't even cool. I was like, I know you ain't mad at me. He was like, man. I was like, what's wrong with y'all? Wait a minute, y'all. I gotta tell y'all. Wait. I almost forgot. Guess what happened before that? Okay. So while we were in the group setting where everybody was in our business, he asked in front of everybody, so who was that man that was in that picture with you? I said, what? I said, what? Huh? He said, that picture that you had on social media, who was that man that was in that picture with you? Oh my God. Woo, child. It took everything in me not to bust out laughing because I just figured that once I put that up there, that he was going to see it and he was just going to be like, oh, okay. And it'll be done. And that was going to be it. He saw the picture of me and my loner stoner friend and the straight up asked me in front of a group of people. Why are you asking me that in a group of people? In front of all these random people. Like, what? You and your feelings like that? I was like, wow. And so I told him, I said, that's my loner friend. We both are not from here. We are not from Virginia. And he cool. And then I proceeded to explain that he was the same person who bought the house slippers for me, the Puma slippers. And so he was like, oh, okay. I was like, why? Because I was trying to see if people go, I was like, shoot, since you want to bust out in front of everybody and say all of this, what you gonna say when I ask you why? So he was like, oh, nothing. I was just wondering. I think he was upset about that. So that started him being upset because he found out about that. And I'm like, oh, but yeah, he was so mad when I told him that he need to go ahead and get him a piece of that and then tell me how it go. He was so upset, y'all. I was dying. Like, he would not let up. I kept trying to help. His stuff was going on right. Some stuff started happening right. So I was trying to help. He was like, no, I'm all right. I was like, no. Let me help you fix this. He was like, no, I want your help. He was so mad. He was so mad. I was dying laughing at him. I couldn't believe how mad he was. That was so hilarious. Oh my gosh. But anyway, y'all, guess what? Possibly starting tomorrow, but definitely starting Tuesday. The OG married dude done already submitted paperwork to be off using vacation time already. The vacation time just started over on January 1st. Why are you loading up on the vacation days already, sir? Why? I'm trying to understand. I was like, what is going on? I don't understand. I'm so confused. And so it won't surprise me if she start calling out because he ain't there or whatever. But they already put up there from today up until I think Wednesday. They already put up there his name in one of the vacation spots. Vacation every single day. I was like, sir. Now, sir, you done already went all the way off and didn't show up to work today, and you were assigned to be at work. Called out, nonetheless. So we were left high and dry. And I don't think we're going to have him tomorrow either. I would be shocked if he shows up. But yeah, it already says all throughout the schedule that he done took off. And I'm like, sir, our vacation times and stuff just started over. You done went off. Like, why? What is this about? Anyway, y'all, I figured I'd tell y'all about all the foolishness that's been going on. What y'all think? Do y'all think that the married dude gonna get a divorce? Because he says that in January, which is now, he's going to file for divorce from his wife and all of that. He's about to start training for the new position at work and all of that. So do y'all think he actually gonna get divorced? let's sound off about it in the comment section. Anyway, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. Thumbs up this video, and let's talk about this foolishness down below.